This episode of Destructoid is brought to you by Carbonite. Today on Destructoid, the Assassin's Creed 3 embargo is up, which means I get to talk about canoes some more. Rumor has it Prey 2 might be canceled, and Tara's got the prices and release dates for a bunch of new XBLA titles. Plus, win a copy of Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 right now on Destructoid.
Welcome to Destructoid. I'm Tara Long.
And I am Max Scoville.
Happy Monday, Max.
Welcome back, Tara. How you feeling?
It feels great to be back, man.
Yeah.
You guys probably saw, Anthony
hands...
stood in for me last Friday on the show. I thought he did a great job. Really good. I'm just gonna do something quick right here.
What are you doing? I thought you were doing that to keep people
Oh,
from
no,
getting the cold.
this is just
Tara, but Tara, no. Are you gonna light it on fire?
I was going to.
They don't want to see you set things on fire.
I mean...
No, come on, we got children watching.
Okay.
Ugly giant children who would probably imitate you. Anyway, so big news, like literally 5 minutes before we walked into the studio to shoot this, Robert Bowling resigned from he tweeted, "Today I resigned from my position as creative strategist of Call of Duty, as a lead of Infinity Ward, and as employee of Activision." So that's a big thing that just happened.
Yeah.
That's big.
Kind of a huge thing.
Yeah. What does it mean? We have no idea.
Breaking news.
We have no idea.
Who knows, really? This could mean a lot of things.
Yeah.
Who really knows what his creative influence is there?
It's all very mysterious, mysterious even.
Yes.
I can't even
Off
say words.
To a good start on
Hey
this
man, it's
Monday.
Monday. You try to set things on fire, whatever.
Yeah. Well,
anyway,
that happened like just before this show,
yeah.
so I'm sure we'll get news.
We'll have
on a
stuff
future
about that
episode.
probably on Wednesday or something. But in the meantime, I told you guys on Friday's show that the embargo would be up on our Assassin's Creed 3 coverage this week, and as of this morning, it totally is. On this very channel, you can go check out an interview I did with the game's creative director, Alex Hutchinson, who is a lovely man who's almost as tall as me, as well as a video of me and Adam Kovic from Machinima gushing about how cool the game looks. And looking sort of greenish and slimy because we were hungover. Of course, if you want a more composed and thoughtful reaction of the game, Conrad Zimmerman has put up his preview over on Destructoid.com where he typed lots of words. We both saw the same exact presentation, but he had a chance to actually go into greater detail in his article because he took notes. And I highly recommend you go read his article because it's Conrad. He's awesome. But in a nutshell, the big exciting new stuff we saw in Assassin's Creed 3 is primarily the fact that it's, you know, the American Revolutionary setting, as well as the fact that a lot of the game is set in the wilderness instead of a city. Connor, the game's hero, also has some new moves. Instead of climbing over everything in his path, he now has the ability to move through buildings by jumping through windows, as well as ducking under low-hanging branches instead of just vaulting over them. Obviously, nature plays a really big role in AC3. There are wild animals, and there are different seasons. We saw some bears and wolves. But yeah, as far as seasons go, unlike most games where they're just like, oh, it's wintertime, let's put snow all over everything, and it's mostly just a cosmetic element, in Assassin's Creed 3, Connor will actually be slowed down by wading through large drifts of snow, which as a former New Englander, I found that very appealing because you can't really run like a ninja through snow unless you're a super ninja. But in addition to his preview, Conrad also put up a post detailing one element of Assassin's Creed I didn't get to touch on in my coverage. Scalping was almost a feature in the game. Yes, cutting off of the hair of people with their head skin on it too. That's gross. Anyway, at the presentation, we were shown a lot of early concept material. In one video, Connor actually scalped a fallen enemy, and the mechanic was really, really gruesome. I mean, it's scalping. It's kind of easy to imagine why Ubisoft would remove it. The act of scalping is one of the few things that's violent and a racial stereotype kind of combined into one. It's really just one of the worst things you could.
Offensive thing.
Yeah, you can see the Fox News stories just piling up already. But it was explained to us that after doing some research, in addition to the whole touchy subject of it, they also found out that scalping enemies who had fallen or who were already dead was something that didn't really happen. And it's sort of historically inaccurate because typically the scalpings were done to people while they were still alive.
I know, that makes it way more terrifying.
Yeah, they probably save themselves a little bit of trouble because the idea when they make games is usually they want people to buy them.
Right.
And Mom's not going to buy that, No. But I will say that, anybody who's angry that they can't scalp people in this game, just rest assured because the game is still plenty gruesome. If you guys watch the show, you might be aware that I'm not really an Assassin's Creed fan, and the fact that I'm excited about this game should say a lot. Even if you don't think you're interested in this game, go look at this game. Go check it out because I was really surprised It looks really cool.
I take it that means you'll be picking up all 3 special editions of this game, because Ubisoft just announced 3 special editions of this game.
How are they so special?
I don't know, man. Okay, I'll break it down. First, we got the Freedom Edition, which is definitely the biggest of the 3. It comes with pretty much everything short of an actual canoe, which would have been an awesome bonus, by the way, Ubisoft. But it comes with a Connor figurine, an exclusive lithograph, George Washington's notebook.
Actually his notebook.
Yeah, his actual notebook, like 10,000 of them, along with access to 2 bonus single-player missions, Lost Mayan Ruins and Ghost of War, both of which unlock some powerful gear. And last but not least, the Sharpshooter multiplayer pack. And of course you get the game too, and a fancy steelbook and collector's box that is apparently available to anybody who pre-orders the game regardless of edition. Well, the steel box part.
Actually, they mentioned that in the presentation we saw. They said that that's a pre-order thing. They pretty much, this is the earliest they've shown off an Assassin's Creed game ever. And the steelbook has like an Alex Ross watercolor painting on it. It's really, really nice looking. Normally I'm like, pre-order, but this is actually one of those things you kind of want on your shelf.
I like the steel cases, I do.
Yeah.
Up next, we've got the slightly less extravagant Join or Die version, named after the famous Benjamin Franklin cartoon. This comes with an Assassin's Guild medallion and the George Washington notebook, as well as 2 pieces of in-game content, both the Ghost of War single-player expansion and the Sharpshooter multiplayer pack. Lastly, for you fair-weather fans with a few extra bucks, the special edition of Assassin's Creed 3, which they don't even have a picture of, includes some special packaging and the exclusive single-player mission, A Danger's Secret, which awards you the exclusive flintlock musket upon completion. So those are the 3 limited editions. No word on prices for any of them yet, but my guess is they will fall squarely in the more than you can afford range, because that's usually how these things go.
I don't know, Tara, I'm pretty rich.
Really?
I have a Zeppelin.
I forget sometimes that you host a YouTube show, and that we're both
I have internet dollars.
Insanely rich. Also, because I know you guys like Ask Creed so much, we've heard very little about the Wii U version so far, which is to be expected since we've heard very little about the Wii U in general so far. But Nintengen has reported that the latest Nintendo Gamer magazine has the full scoop, and the Wii U's Wii Pad will act as a conduit for Animus, displaying database updates, character bios, one-touch weapon selection options, a fully navigational map, and pretty much any other fact relevant to what you're currently doing in-game. On top of that, though, players will also be able to use the Wii Pad to enter Eagle Vision view, letting them actually search their surroundings by just kind of moving the controller, kind of like you can do, you know, with some 3DS games and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so kind of gimmicky, but also kind of cool, I guess, if you've got a big thing.
That's the thing about the Wii U, though, is we're always told stuff like Darksiders 2 is also a launch title, and it's like, I'm like, what is that? What does that do? What does the Wii U have on it? And they're like, well, we can't tell you anything. I haven't touched a Wii U. I don't know what it does. We haven't actually seen any games running on it yet. Like, they've been very hush-hush. At the very least, this year's E3 should be interesting. So there's that.
At the very least.
I don't think I'm alone when I said that one of the most promising games shown off at E3 last year was Prey 2. Since then, I've been patiently twiddling my thumbs and hoping for more news about the open-world space bounty hunter first-person shooter, so it really saddens me that the latest news we have is the game's rumored cancellation. So, yeah. This started with a tweet from Human Head Studios programmer Brian Karras saying that ZeniMax had all Prey 2 related talks at GDC canceled without any further explanation. Following this, a Dutch website called PS Focus posted an article claiming an inside source had told them of Prey 2's actual cancellation. When asked to comment on the matter, Bethesda issued a no comment, which is not really that promising. The first Prey game was released in 2006 under 2K Games, and the sequel appeared to be a sequel mostly in name only. The game put players in control of a U.S. air marshal who was on board an airplane that was abducted by the same rascally aliens from Prey 1. However, instead of rehashing the first game's premise and having players running around shooting aliens in a spaceship, Prey 2 jumped ahead to what happened after escaping the alien spaceship, where you become a bounty hunter in a densely populated alien city. Yeah, it looked really cool, and I gotta say I'm really bummed to hear this rumor, but, you know, again, it's a rumor. No comment does not sound promising, but it's also not the same as this game is canceled officially. But it is worth noting that when asked if Doom 4 was canceled, Bethesda was pretty quick to say that no, it wasn't canceled. If Bethesda/ZeniMax do make an official cancellation announcement, I really hope you guys have a petition ready. I will happily sign it and spread the word because I really want this game, because it looks really awesome. It's like parkour, open world, space bounty hunter. It's everything that I
I'm
want.
kind of surprised to hear this news, actually. It seems like that was kind of one of their bigger titles.
Yeah, at E3 last year, they were showing off Skyrim, Rage, and Prey 2. That was it, pretty much.
You guys were really excited about that, too.
Yeah, I saw that
Jim
immediately after seeing Skyrim, like the first gameplay we saw, like in person. So I was pretty stoked on that, and the fact that I was able to pay attention to a Prey 2 like demo after that says a lot about how cool it looked. So it really sucks if they're pulling the plug on that.
Yeah, well, such is life, my friend.
Tell us about things that are happening.
Right,
please.
so we're a third of the way through this year, and Microsoft is already on their second big promotion for Xbox Live Arcade, and as usual, it appears to be something of a mixed bag. The Arcade Next promotion kicks off on April 18th with what is undoubtedly one of the biggest video game releases of this year, possibly ever, and I'm talking, my friends, about Trials Evolution. I actually got to sit down with one of the lead devs a couple weeks back at the Xbox Spring Showcase to see some cool things that are in store for the sequel, including a totally new to the series 4-person multiplayer, which I am sure will destroy some friendships, as well as the new track editor that made it possible for Red Links to create this Limbo-inspired level, which is like fucking amazing. Have I mentioned how much I love this game yet? So that'll be out on April 18th for 1,200 Microsoft points, followed a week later by Bloodforge, which is the newest game from Climax Studios. Pause for laughter.
All right, Orgazam.
Yes, Orgazam, thank you. Climax is the studio responsible for 2009's Silent Hill Shattered Memories, which was received quite well when it came out, so it'll be interesting to see how this one does. That is priced at 1,200 Microsoft points also, and is set for release on April 25th. Following that up on May 2nd is Fable Heroes, an RPG-inspired beat-em-up featuring 4-player local and online co-op, all wrapped up in a cute, though admittedly juvenile-looking art style. That'll run you 800 Microsoft points. Curious about that one. Last but not least, topping it all off on May 9th is the much-anticipated release of Minecraft Xbox 360 Edition, which will be priced at 1,600 Microsoft points, or $20. Quite a bit more than I was expecting, though it's still cheaper and more comprehensive than the PC version, which is $27 currently. But, you know, who am I kidding? I'm gonna buy it anyway, because it's Minecraft. So that's Arcade Next. I will definitely be picking up at least half of those. Anything tickle your pickle, Max?
I heard what is it, Minecraft?
Yeah,
What is that?
you know,
Is that the one with the little guys, the little
yeah,
the heroes,
the
whatever?
colorful things. Sure,
Yeah,
green.
the Minecraft
words.
heroes.
I'm saying words.
Yeah, I think that, what is it, the Bloodforge? Bloodforge.
I know nothing about
It
this
has
game.
a man with antlers.
Yeah.
Mantlers.
Mantlers. That's a good
Antlers
one.
and canoes and fish are what I look for in a game.
So it's basically exactly like Assassin's Creed 3 is
So
what you're saying.
I'm really easily impressed by the dumbest possible things you could put in a game.
Okay.
So antlers, I'm sold. Tara, why don't we take a word from our
Let's
sponsor?
thank our sponsor before this gets any worse. Carbonite protects your pictures or other files from a computer crash, fire, theft, volcanic eruption, pretty much anything terrible that could happen to your computer, by automatically and continually backing up your files and keeping them safe and secure off-site so you never have to remember to back up again. Whether you have one or two or maybe even several computers at your home or small business, Carbonite is simply the better backup plan. Over 1 million customers trust Carbonite to protect their computer files with plans starting at just $59 a year. Start your free trial at Carbonite.com with the offer code Destructoid, and you'll get 2 bonus months if you decide to buy. Again, that is Carbonite.com, and the offer code for 2 bonus months is Destructoid.
Use those cheat codes, girl. So it's a new week, and that means a new contest. And this time around, we've got 4 copies of Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 for the PlayStation Vita. That's that fun little game in which superheroes and video game characters beat the crap out of each other.
Isn't that like every game?
No, it's not at all. You're totally wrong. It really is. It's very fun. To win these, what we want you to do is to draw some goddamn pictures of your perfect MVC team. The game has 50 characters in it. That's like 50 people, superheroes, video game characters.
That's like 8 jillion combinations, and I just
pretty much,
figured that out
you're
with
a math lady,
Yeah.
but you can pretty much like just guess a Capcom character and a Marvel character, and there's a good chance that they would be in there. But go find the roster online and pick your 3 favorites, and then draw them, the 3 of them, together, hanging out or fighting or kissing or eating pizza
like
or
sharing
whatever.
a beer or
Sharing a
something.
beer. I don't know. Do something cool. Make them maybe not just your typical like cool action pose. Show something interesting. But whatever. Draw a picture of 3 Marvel vs. Capcom characters and then send them to us at cookies@destructoid.com. You've got until this Thursday night. That's March 29th at 11:59 p.m. Pacific time. Again, this contest is US only. I'm sorry, international viewers, we still love you.
We just gave you guys a bunch of shit. Don't even
Give you some
complain.
codes. Anyway, so just go draw some superheroes and then mail them to us, and we will announce the winners on Friday's show. God damn it. Also, our stupid producer, Zach Miner, is forcing us to remind you guys that Tiger Woods' PGA Tour 13 is coming out tomorrow and that you should go buy it if you're into golf or whatever. He's got a video review in the works that's going to go up over on our other gaming channel. That's youtube.com/rev3games. There's actually cool stuff on there too besides just golf. But if you're having trouble sleeping or if you hate yourself, you should go watch his golf video. Tara, tell them about the Twitters.
I hate sports, but that is
What's
a
a
damn
sports-
fine game, and I'm not ashamed to admit it.
Really?
I'm sorry.
I'm so alone here.
I know I'm gonna have to go douse myself in hand sanitizer later for saying that. You guys should follow us on Twitter, because we're on there, and that's where we hang out. I am on there at Tara Longest. He is Max Scoville, and the show's also on there too at D2A Show. We give codes out all the time, so you should go follow it for codes, free codes.
Yeah, we give away treasures.
Codes, free codes.
Treasures
Right.
and snacks.
And we'll see you guys on Wednesday.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.